I'm feeling good.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about one key principle and then 6 rules which will help you, especially if you're new to trading. Then if you stick by these principles and rules, it will really, really help. And they might sound really simple, but I promise you now, I work with a lot of new people coming into trading and they break the rules every single time. It's just a thing about our psychology and the way that we are, that we think we can break the rules. But when it comes to trading, there are specific rules. If you follow them, you can win. If you break them, you lose. So, first principle, real quick. So with any share, it's either going up or down. And you'll hear the references. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. A bull market is when people start buying in and the trend is on the up. And that would look something like this. There we go. All buying in. Now at some point, now in this particular example, at the bottom to the top, that was a 4-fold of investment if you'd bought in right at the bottom. Now at some point, people are going to take some profit. You're going to get people holding on because they think, they've heard it's going to 10-fold or 100-fold and it's the next big thing. But unfortunately, there is always, what goes up must come down. And when it comes down, it then becomes the bear market. And all the selling will take place. You will generally see massive trends of up and then down and then down and up, and it'll be all over the place. But obviously in some of the other next sessions, I'm going to teach you, where will those positions stop? What do I need to look for? And give you a bit of help in terms of managing where you should sell out and buy back in. Ideally, in this example, you buy here, that would be perfect. But along the way, probably here, once I doubled up, I'd probably sell half. I'd probably sell here again. Like as I keep doubling up my money, I sell a bit, I sell a bit, I sell a bit. I try and protect some profits. So at least when it got here, I'm never going to call the top. You'd have to be a magician. Before it goes into the downtrend, I've already protected and locked in some profits. So that's just a key principle to keep in mind. It's always going to go up, it's always going to go down. So 6 rules to keep you, safe, especially if you're new to trading. These are absolutely critical. So if in doubt, stay out. If you don't know what you're buying, if you don't know, you make Dave's told you to buy it, don't just jump in, because the likelihood is you probably is luck if it goes up. If you just make Dave's tells you to buy it, do your own research, do all the bits and pieces, and be committed to a trade. So if you believe that something, it's got the great technology, it's got the great management team and everything else behind it, then at least if there's a little bit of a downturn and all the rest of it, you're going to stay strong and you're not going to get shaken out really easily, which happens to a lot of people. What will happen is it will go up, it will come down a bit, people will try and shake people out so they can try and get in for cheaper and sell, and then they get in cheap, but you sold out at price X, and now it's going to cost you even more to get back in. So be committed to the trade. If in doubt, don't buy. Never trade on hope. So there's 2 different things. So there's trading and there's gambling. If you trade on fundamentals and you're making measured decisions, that's trading. Or even technicals as well. If you start hoping the market will get better, you hope the coin will turn around, you hope people get back in, you are now gambling, and gambling will not make you money, it will only lose you money. Buy into weakness, sell into strength. So again, number 1 thing that I see with new people is they buy exuberantly at the top. So they see it go up and they think, ooh, well, that's going up, I might miss out. And then they see it go up even more, like, oh, I'm definitely going to miss out if I don't get in. It goes up even more, they're like, right, I'm jumping in. And they buy big, and then it starts to decline because people start taking profits. I see that all the time. So when it's on the way down, that's bargain hunting time. Start topping up. The likelihood is you get tops and bottoms, and as it's bottoming him out, then it will go back up to the top at some point. You might have to wait a day, you might have to wait 10 minutes, you might have to wait a week, you might have to wait a month. But that would be a good investment. And when it's going up, make sure you sell and take some and protect some profits. The next one is establish the risk before the reward. Now this is really important because you will see most newbies, they will look at a coin and go, oh, that's going to tenfold, right, let's get in. And they've not really thought about the risk that goes with it. So with every coin that you buy, there's always a risk, because there's so many out there now. There's 850, 900 coins. You know, not all of them are going to survive. I'd be, you know, give it a couple of years, if maybe 5 or 6% are decent enough to last the distance, I'd be surprised. You know, top 30, 40 decent coins with real purpose, real use, or used by everybody as a storage of wealth and currency or whatever. But, you know, not all of them can survive. So make sure you establish the risk before the reward, because if you think about reward first, you know, that messes with your head and you make wrong decisions. So establish the risk and then do the reward. Cut your losses and let your profits run. Don't you know, at some points, you know, you're not going to win every battle. So sometimes you are going to have to sell at a little bit of a loss. And, you know, especially if you're day trading, you want to be in and out. You don't want to, you know, selling at a loss of £10 is better than selling at a loss or holding on to a loss of £500. At least you can buy back in or fight another day and let your profits run. A lot of people sometimes cut out a little bit too early. I know we talked about, you know, the bull market and pulling profits out a little bit. I like to do that because I just like to reap back my original investment quite early on, and then that means I have a risk-free ride within that particular share. So either it goes up or down, I don't really mind, because all of it is just pure profit. Don't fight the market. So you can't go against the market. The market is either in a bull trend or a downtrend, and you just need to, you know, if it starts going down, it looks like you're going to be out of profit, jump out, because the likelihood is probably everybody else is jumping out at that point. And generally when you see some of these things happen, you know, things retrace by 50%. So you've already got a bit of a rule of thumb to work by. If it starts tanking, you know, get out before it hits that 50% line, because otherwise, one, it could go all the way back down. It could bounce on the 50, but if you come out near the top with your money, it drops. You could get back in at 50% of the price, and you could get double the amount of shares that you had before. So don't fight the market. And that's my top 6 key rules for any newbies starting to trade. If you liked today's video, please leave a like or a comment. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or check out the new ICO Discount Club website, where you can check out all the new ICOs, great discounts, and also prize giveaways. As always, I hope you got great value out of today's video, and I'll catch you on the next one soon.
I'm feeling low.